Another question orang tanya this is Apai Faizal. Don't you think it's too late to build your career and financial now as a pilot?
Well, I don't think so, because in terms of aviation, bang, there are a lot of pilots who are they want to retire early. Some, if you think about it, a lot of young pilots, they want to go for bigger airlines. You know, they most maybe some of them or most of them. So if they go from the the small airline to the big airline, who's going to take over their position? you know. So I've got captain friends who actually from a big airline, because they are based outstation, so dorang nak balik patah rumah, patah balik ke rumah dorang, so they are willing to work for a smaller company, but based in the country like UK. Yeah, so they don't mind taking the pay cut, but they don't mind working for a smaller airline.
Okay.
But if you ask me, I don't think it's too late, because aviation, to be honest, is always in demand. There was advertisement yang mengatakan they needed a lot of pilots in the near future. Especially kita, in Singapore, we are expanding the terminal. We got Terminal 5, the mega port, tak salah Amir. So they have, they are bringing more, but due to the situation, so it is a bit quiet for now.
What is your say on that? If a person want to go to aerospace punya academic, ataupun what is your advice?
Okay, my advice is I was being advised to not give up. So if any of them ada impian, ada cita-cita nak menjadi a pilot, they should not stop their dreams. I mean, they should, they should find means and ways. It cannot also be a pilot. It can be something else. Boleh jadi apa-apa. But kalau seandainya kita ada impian, kita tak boleh, for me, if you want to achieve something, do not care what other people say.
Correct.
And there will be a lot of macam challenges in terms of, orang akan mengatakan sebaliknya. Tapi kita, in our heart, dalam naluri kita, we know that we want to be who we want to be. So don't ini, like I said, with this situation, kita pun, most of us tak expect, especially aviation industry, we didn't expect this. A lot of my friends also are now at home because of the situation. So my advice is, if you have a dream, any dream that you want to do, be it flying, be it engineering, be it whatever that you want to do, you should achieve it. And try not to listen to a lot of people who are being negative at you. Correct. So just achieve it, because you yourself know what you want to be, and there's no one else that you want to to prove except for you and the people that have been supporting you, especially your family members. Itu yang my nasihat lah.
So basically, if you have a dream, you believe that, go with the dream. Okay, if you can achieve it, go for it lah. Don't people cakap ni tak bagus, tu tak bagus, you actually try to follow them. Just so be focused and go for your dream. So your dream wants to be a pilot. That's where you go towards that direction and go for your CPL, commercial pilot license, I guess. Okay. Okay. This is before you jadi pilot, you rapat-rapat dengan pilots. I did both are pilots.
Saya.
Ini ada 4 bar ni.
Saya bang, sorry.
This one ada 4 bar, 4 bars.
So the left side is the captain, yang the guy, and the right side is a lady first officer flying a 777 Boeing.
Oh, so what is the difference between this captain dengan this triple officer ni? Ada different tak?
Well, the difference is obviously, bang, the punya captain is the commander of the plane, so he got the last say and he got the whole responsibility. And on the right side, basically the captain has more flying hours. Basically he's more experienced than the right side. The first officer might just come in with low flying hours, or dia mungkin tukar from one airline to another. So they might start off with first officer. Some of them can be captains in previous airline, but when they join, to a new airline, they might need to go for first officer first, or because they are lower flying hours, so they have to go first officer. That's how the hierarchy goes.
So how many pilots are there in a plane?
It depends on destination bang. Kalau seandainya usually is 2. Tapi kalau long distance, like macam for example, more than a certain number of hours, flying hours, let's say for example Dubai to Australia, which is around 18 to 20 hours, you need to have at least 3 or 4 pilots in the flight deck. So they take turns.
Okay, I want to show some videos of you tadi yang kita say one of the, I think the third bar ke apa. Okay, let me just bring in the screen. Actually, let me show the video, then you share with me what you do. Sekejap Okay.
Hello. Surprise.
Okay, actually, what do you do actually?
So basically, my mother didn't know that I actually flew back for Hari Raya last year. Yes, so she didn't know that I flew back, because the month before I dah balik. So I have to go back to America, but I was, for me the last 2 years I miss Hari Raya. Jadi this year I want to surprise her. So she didn't know that Amir balik. Jadi Amir secretly, randomly just took a quick video and then just to see how she react, and Amir tak expect my mother to come out from, to answer the door. Tapi it was her, so the reaction was priceless lah. She was very shocked. So sini tak ada instructor. This is just flying alone.
This alone
This is flying alone. There's no one to take care of you but yourself.
Ni kira kalau salah.
Ini kalau salah. Ini actually nampak nervous, tapi Amir try to stay calm. Pasal dah take off, sebelah tak ada instructor, jadi you are doing a traffic pattern. Jadi once we take off, after 1,000 feet, we just turn left, and then we turn left again, and then we come back to land. It's like a rectangle lah.
Okay, frankly speaking, when you are flying that flight, what is the feeling like? Tu seorang tu. What is the feeling like?
It's surreal lah. Basically, Amir rasa gementar. But because kita, that is also one of the step that I need to overcome. One of the barrier, because all of us, we want to fly alone. Jadi, if you ask me how I was feeling nervous. I was feeling a little bit afraid, but after the trainings that Amir dapat from my instructor, and if dia boleh percayakan Amir to fly the plane alone, and he signed me off to fly the plane alone, jadi Amir pun tak nak, I don't want to bring him down lah, I don't want to disappoint him. Jadi kita pun, saya berdoa agar everything goes smoothly, and just do as what we were trained to do. Just take off, turn left, go down to the downwind, and then turn left again, and then land the plane. Jadi a bit nervous, tapi it is possible. Jadi we try to be calm at all times lah. That's one of the thing that we need to have as to be a pilot. Just to in situations like that, kita nak try to be calm. Even though it's hard for me to be calm, but I try to be calm. That's what happened. Yeah.
Now this is the one. So I guess this is a proud moment, or the 3 bar put on your shoulder. How the feeling? How is the feeling like?
Unexplainable, bang. Behind those smiles, actually, with that instructor of mine, there's a lot of things that I feel lah in terms of training. Macam, kadang-kadang diorang mengajar kita sesuatu maneuver. Sometimes we cannot do it. Sometimes rasa very annoying. Especially for me, kita ingatkan terbang tu actually senang, tapi it's not as easy as what I thought. Pasal to get those to get that license, kita nak kena menunjukkan kita punya examiner that we are able to to maneuver the plane. We are able to take off and land the plane safely with some maneuvers. Jadi certain maneuvers that I do is quite scary because kadang-kadang kita need to go to higher level kan, just to show the maneuvers. Tapi with a lot of training, not to give up, kena marah dengan sometimes instructor kita sometimes marah kita, tapi kita take it positive because diorang ni nak ajar kita. Jadi a lot of challenges that Amir overcame. And when I did the exam with the examiner, it was actually no words can describe the happiness lah. Especially when I showed that to my mother. My mother actually said something that really touched me. She said, I'm in tears of joy. So that was what I had in me. I didn't believe that, Amir tak percaya that Amir from a flight steward, Amir can, get my 3 bars after all the challenges. But eventually Amir did lah, with berkatnya doa ibu, with our determination, with kita punya banyak kesabaran, banyak doa, banyak cuba, especially I did it lah. So if I can do it, insyaAllah anyone and everyone can do it. Believe me.
Your story inspired those
all the others out there.
Yeah.
InsyaAllah.
May our bro Amir be an inspiration to those wanting to be a pilot, because I know that bila kadang-kadang you tanya budak-budak kecil, what you want to be? I want to be a pilot. Tapi halfway the semangat die. Okay, so may our budak orang-orang Melayu kita, anak-anak muda kita want to be a pilot, actually go towards that career path lah. Don't give up lah. Okay, Mus cakap all the way Captain Amir Jamil.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is my old friend. Yeah, he's my old friend, and I met him same in Tiger Air.
Okay, there's another question by Apai, but before the question, I want to. Okay, so once you come back, nanti last kali I want to ask you about how you convert to commercial punya kapal terbang like Boeing lah. That I will put it later. But once you come back, actually you get your 3 bar. This is where the story come in. When you get your 3 bar, you return home on 1st of April 2020. So once you touch down in Singapore, what happened?
Okay, jadi I got to know that kita kena, all of us who came back from overseas, especially US, we have to be, kita nak kena quarantine for 2 weeks, 14 days in a government provided hotel. Jadi when I came back, obviously I was very happy, very gembira kerana sudah finish all my flight training, and I came back instead of hoping that my family ibu bapa boleh jumpa di airport untuk sambut kedatangan arrival.
Okay.
But instead of that, Amir nak kena have to go to quarantine for 14 days in in a hotel. Jadi I call it so close yet so far. So everything was very well taken care of by the by Singapore Airlines, by government. So they brought us to the hotel from the airport with a transport provided, and I was quarantined for 14 days in a government provided hotel.
Hotel 5 star ke? Marina Bay Sands ke?
Sorry again, bang?
Marina Bay Sands.
That I wish. I was placed in Copthorne Kings dekat Havelock Road. Tapi one thing good about the hotel is that alhamdulillah kita ada balcony. So because of the situation, the hotel allow us to open kita punya sliding door just to have fresh air. Jadi in 14 days it's very challenging for me because kita kita only can stay inside for 14 days and we cannot go out. Tak boleh keluar pun.
Kali dalam you tak boleh keluar mana-mana, you dalam bilik tu aje lah.
Saya dalam bilik tu.
Dalam bilik tu aje.
Saya.
Then makan macam mana makan?
Okay, so makan is provided. Kita diberikan makan breakfast, lunch and dinner. For the 14 days is very challenging, I was very lonely, just duduk in a room, but at the same time my family actually went to the extent of bringing me my dumbbells, my weights. Jadi Amir buat exercise. Sorry,
who give you the weights?
Yeah, so I did weights in my room lah. I did exercise in my room.
Where you actually get the weights?
Oh, Amir memang dah ada. When before I left, Amir, I bought it dekat at the mall, and I always have. I don't like to go to the gym so much, so I have my own small gym at home.
So I understand the hotel is free, tapi for the quarantine is free at the hotel. Tapi how about the food? Is it free? Or you have to pay?
The food is free, kak. Yes.
Oh, the food is free.
Okay.
Then how does your mom felt when you balik kena 2 weeks tak boleh jumpa dia actually? Does she feel sad?
My mom is a very understanding person. She really understand the situation. Jadi with kita pun ada WhatsApp kan. I always call her. Jadi okay lah. Tak begitu extreme lah in a way. It was just fine. Just call on the phone, berbual dengan dia, and after the 14 days, both my parents picked me up lah with my mom. So it was good. But for that 14 days in the hotel, I felt that betul-betul punya, honestly on my point of view is to me is like no freedom. Tak ada freedom dekat dalam, when I look outside people, orang jalan-jalan, it is so awesome to be free Tapi kita dekat sini, my area is only toilet, living room, balcony. Itu je. Tak boleh keluar lagi. So that was my
Okay, so there's this question here. Somebody asked, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
Good question, Kak. I just
want to ask you, do you mind sharing your age now?
Me, okay, Amir, I'm 38 years old.
30?
30, this coming September, I will be 38.
Oh, okay, because you look young. I thought you were 30.
Lighting. I rasa lighting.
So, just there was a question, is it too late? I mean, at 38, is it too late to get your pilot license? So, it is not too late. Okay, so where do you see yourself in 5 years' time from now?
Good question. To be honest with you, Kak and Abang, I obviously I want to improve on myself. I do want to be, obviously deep in me, my dream has always to fly, with an airline, flying Boeings or flying Airbus or even the ATRs. As long as I can fly and do something that Amir, I'm passionate about, I'm happy, you know. So if I do hope to see myself in the 5 years time to be hired in an airline, it can be any airline, but you know, obviously my choices are obviously local airlines, you know, SQ or Scoot, and especially Asian airlines anywhere. But at this point of time, in aviation, we cannot be too choosy. Whoever that is willing to hire you, I think kita have to consider lah and accept it.
Okay, so after the quarantine finish, okay, 14 days. So on the 15th of 4 2020, okay, so your parents pick you up from the Captron hotel.
Saya.
Okay, what happened? Because by then we know that the airlines punya some pilot steward dah kena apa ni lay off ataupun diberhentikan, di-retrench, no pay leave, all these things Okay, actually so what is your I'm very sure along the way you dah dengar ni story semua lah. So how you as a person have gone so far from being a steward in Emirates, Scoot, Tiger, then learn how to become a pilot for with 2 years you be belajar and get your 3 bar, and then suddenly when you come back is circuit breaker period, quarantine, lepas tu will extend all the way to 1st of June.
So what is your reaction?
What is your reaction?
I was like, okay, it's okay. Maybe this is investing in this, guys. How was your reaction?
Firstly, it was OMG. I was like, you know, oh my god, you know, Amir felt obviously, again, you know, it's all unexpected. Amir tak expect that it's gonna be this bad. I mean, no one expected it's gonna be this bad, and I really hope that especially aviation sector tak akan affected. Tapi I was wrong. Actually, in the service line especially, it was really affected. Tapi for me, how I felt okay, because my dream was, you know, to achieve to be a pilot. So that was my dream. Obviously, a bonus is going to be to be a pilot for an airline. That is a bonus. But to climb that stairs to just reach to be a pilot is a big thing for me already. Okay. You know, it's a self achievement for me personally. But with that being said, you know, dengan situation begini, Amir felt that okay lah, we have to I believe in God's timing. I believe in Allah's timing. You know, I always, you know, put my I doakan yang terbaik untuk myself. So I just leave it all up to Allah to, you know, to plan my journey lah. Kita plan, tapi yang merancangkan Allah. That's what I believe in. So I also believe that this happened for a reason.
So I can see that as a person, you are a very you're the type who doesn't give up. So because I can see that from your reaction right after you come back, right, how you reacted to the situation, right? Because some people would have like they would have you know, like panic and then like don't know what to do, and then they will just like okay, just don't know what to do lah. But for you, you took action, because right now we heard that you are doing Grab deliveries. So for me, it's like very inspiring lah, because for me, like, you know, you spend like 100,000+ just to do your pilot course, sekali balik tak ada kerja, you know, and then become like this situation. But you took action and do something to overcome it, which is something very unexpected. I don't think you even expected to become a Grab delivery guy, right? So ada orang macam malu nak jadi delivery guy, all that, but you didn't. So for me, that is very inspiring for me lah. So maybe let me share like why you doing this, you know, like why you reacted in such a way, you know? Yeah. Okay,
so I always try not to forget where I came from. Meaning, you know, if I've done that in the past, I can do it again. So if you know, I did explain, you know, I informed everyone that I was actually doing Pizza Hut delivery before I became a flight steward, and you know, before becoming a pilot, I was actually doing delivery. I was doing odd jobs, ini buat kerja yang part time. Jadi for me to go back to what I used to do, it's okay for me. Even though people might think oh, you know, this guy is a pilot and he is now a delivery rider. To be honest, I respect their opinion, but um, I just have my own reasons why I want to do it. You know, jadi uh, you know, to be a Grab delivery, I mean to be a delivery rider, Amir felt happy lah. You know, because Amir after 14 days in quarantine in the hotel, Amir just want to go out of the house. So and then got to know the circuit breaker that kita have to be in the house. I'm like, you know, Masya Allah, you know, again in the house. Jadi we need to take action. You know, kita harus try to adjust ourselves in different situation. You know, we have to think, okay, this happened. So what can we do to make the situation better? You know, what can we do to not be stuck in the house? Okay, the government let us go out, but on certain condition. And instead of me, you know, duduk rumah and then just do nothing, I have a motorbike that I rarely use. I mean, jarang pakai. And I love riding. I'm actually also ride motorbikes. I love motorbikes. Jadi at the same time, I like to meet people. Kami suka ketemu orang. And you know, back in American doing service. Jadi this doing deliveries is actually a combination of everything. If you think about it, I ride my motorbike, I meet people, you know, I get paid to do what I like to do, and I'm happy. And the important thing is I'm not in the house. I'm out of the house. Jadi, and you know, a lot of people, or maybe most of them, even if they see us sitting outside and eat, I don't think they don't really disturb because they know that we are working. Jadi kita kadang macam for me, I makan dekat motorbike, you know, when with my you know, uniform, as in terms of delivery, they understand the situation. So doing this job also, bang, I managed to meet a lot of riders. I meet a lot of you know, customers who are really nice, very friendly. Interesting lah. With this job itself, really interesting. You know, besides the tips that's given, sometimes dorang murah hati, dorang give tips, and it's interesting, and I like to know what I'm doing because this delivery sometimes how the app goes is that you just leave your app on, and then if someone wants to order food, your phone will be triggered. So they will tell you, oh, there's a delivery here. You have to pick up at this restaurant, and then you have to deliver to the house. Or there's someone who wants to give someone something. So kita nak kena go to their house, collect the thing, and then we send it over. And with that, kita dah dibayari lah. So it's interesting for me because again, you know, I'm not in the house. I like what I'm doing. I meet a lot of people, and at the same time, I'm being paid, you know, to do what I like to do. So even though tak besar, tapi alhamdulillah.
Okay. For people out there, what do you think for people who are doing so well? Maybe diorang engineer, mungkin diorang gaji mungkin 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. Because I myself have been retrenched before, drawing a good pay, then suddenly I have to cut retrenchment, that I have to cut my salary if I want to work again. But what do you think for these people who have big pays and suddenly kena lay off kerja, atau 6 months tak boleh kerja, ataupun diorang kena retrench lah? What do you think they should do? Kalau sekiranya diorang nak, because if they want to get the 10,000 salary again, okay, it will be very, very difficult. So from your view, what do you think that they should do to make sure that anak bini ada makan?
Okay, for me, my opinion is I always have this saying, better than nothing. You know, so in this situation, sometimes I may do believe that we have to do what we have to do to survive. Sometimes I myself, or even we sometimes forget what are our basic necessities in life. Macam kita just perlukan makan, shelter, we need pakaian. These are the basic thing that we need, you know. But sometimes we forget that to my opinion. Jadi for in this abang punya question, what they can do is actually to do what needs to be done. You know, seandainya they have to go down a step lower to do something that they have been doing or they have done before or they have never done before, just to get income coming in instead of nothing, I think they should do it. And don't have macam you know, don't really care about what people think, because we don't owe anyone a living, to me. Jadi kita harus yakin that only good friends and people who really loves you and knows you will respect you. Tapi there will always be people macam will say the opposite. So we don't have to, because of that, I think a lot of people dorang tak mau melakukannya. You know, they feel that, oh, I don't want to do this because it affects my my image, whatever. No, you will always be who you are. Macam for me, this is what I am, but I don't mind doing something that I've been doing before. So people don't know that. People don't know, but we know. Jadi, just love ourselves and do what we need to do in order to continue, the income. Even though it's not besar, tapi at least it's coming in. So this is my, sometimes we have to put our ego aside to do something.
For myself itself, I actually have done so many kerja lah. Daripada cleaner, angkat najis, 7-Eleven. So although today I'm doing very well, but if tomorrow sekali mana tahu rezeki pintu rezeki tertutup ke apa, I'm okay to go back to kerja 7-Eleven balik. Okay, ataupun kerja warehouse balik. I'm okay with that because I've gone through that path before. Okay, so sometimes people see me as successful today, mungkin because my parents are rich, which I think they have to look back on my history lah. Okay, so I really respect people like you, okay, who actually have gone so far, so high, so well, but because of this COVID-19 atau CV period, you are able to actually change the whole thing to your advantage. Okay, like you say, tak boleh nak duduk rumah lagi pening kepala, baik go and do Grab delivery at the same time to prolong because we don't know how long this CB is. It can be 2 months, it can be 3 months, it can be 4 months. Malaysia just actually extend another 4 weeks. Okay? Okay. So we don't know how long. So to me, what is important today is that if you are not you need to have a living, then you must work. Okay, it doesn't matter what work it is, as long as you can run the month with salary. That's more important. Okay. And the other thing I tanya you, how difficult kalau hari ni ada orang kat luar sana actually betul-betul nak follow your footsteps, nak do Grab driver ataupun document ke delivery ke the one that you do, how difficult actually to apply it?
Okay, initially Amir thought it's going to be difficult, but it's not. It's actually just going to the go to the website and then just do an online application and then from there wait for 2 to 3 days, and then the management will reply to your email, and then they will tell you to collect your barang-barang. So from there you will have to choose a time that you are available, and then you just collect. Then once you have collected, the management will actually brief you on what to do, what not to do, very briefly. And also at the same time, you need to do online punya course that takes you around half an hour, macam what are the do's and don'ts for this job. And then lepas tu terus, once that is done, you can download the application and then you can start doing your deliveries already.
So is this job very high in demand now? Is there shortage of staff?
Yes. Yes, Kak. Actually today I just received a message because it's a Mother's Day. So I was given a text. The company actually sent me a text saying that due to high demand, they're actually paying us additional fare because of the high demand for today. So yeah. So if that answers your question, yeah. So it is actually in high demand because now if you see Kak, a lot of us kita harus duduk rumah. Jadi only kita keluar only kalau ada keperluan. Jadi kita harus for them to order food, they need us, so they just call. So at certain times it is in demand, like macam peak hours, especially time lunch and dinner, and especially time sahur. There are people who are gonna order.
So on average, how much are you paid per trip? You mind sharing with us?
Sure. So it depends. Kalau food for Grab food usually an average of $6 onwards.
Mm-hmm.
6 or 7. It depends on the destination again, how far. But kalau Grab for express, it depends again on destination. So for one destination, which I can share with you, like yesterday, for example, Amir buat from Sengkang all the way down to Jurong. In the app, I was given $27.
Okay.
Dia punya how difficult. Okay, sekarang kalau sekiranya I nak hantar barang. Okay, I call a delivery. Okay, what is your what will you get? What will you get? What is your job? Apa in the phone what they will write?
Okay, so we will have we are on the Grab app. So if let's say we are on this app, for example, this is the app.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see. Okay, this is the app, and then there will be notification. And the notification will say you've got a job, and the job will tell you Grab food or or food or express. So then you just press on the button, and they will tell you where to go. Okay. And that's it. That is so easy.
So kalau macam Grab food example, so you are supposed to go to cakaplah I nak beli ayam. Are you supposed to go kedai ayam and order, ataupun actually dia dah orderkan? How does it work?
Let's say abang you want to buy ayam as in KFC?
KFC.
Okay. So so if you order KFC, so the order will go to KFC kan? So if I'm around the area, then if I'm the lucky one to be chosen for the job, then it will appear dekat my phone. Jadi that's where it will have something like this. I will show you. Like this. This is an app. You say okay, new job auto accepted. So but this is express. Jadi express is from one house to one house. Tapi kalau food, it will tell you Grab food. So this is the app. Something like that. So you will have this, and to me it's like wow, this is a bonus. Okay, then we got a job. So that's where we go to the destination and pick it up and then hantar.
So this is a good sharing basically for people who actually memang sekarang COVID-19 circuit breaker, tak ada kerja. So at least to run the family, you need to have money, right? So this is one way lah. You can actually do delivery to get. To me, it's okay to do delivery as long as that money bring to your home lah. That's more important lah.
So for those who aspire to work in a company like SQ, Emirates, like all those big companies, right? So is choosing a good flying school important? How do you choose a flying school wisely so that all the big companies, all the big airlines companies will actually take you to be the pilots?
Okay, very good question, Kai. In terms of choosing a flight school, yes, it's very important that kita cari a reliable school. Most of the flight schools, excuse me, they are given the same itu nama dia license. The license is like this, So this is a license.
Okay.
Most of the flight schools are given the same license, but it depends on the flight training as well. Jadi kita need to make sure that the school they have a proper management in terms of safety, in terms of aircraft maintenance, and the school syllabus. Because everyone will get the same license, but when you go to the airline, they might want to check your logbook. So this is a logbook that is going to be given to you.
Okay.
And then write down everything that is inside. So they need to check everything that is inside. Is it legit? For example, macam ini. So make sure that they have a signature by the school. Yang ini. Make sure that the school is available lah. Make sure that it's all being signed by chief pilots or the management of the school. But in terms of the airline, they do want to do a bit of research of the flight school, and they might also want to see your license. Is it correct or not? Jadi to answer your kakak question, yes, it's quite important to choose a good school, but don't go to a school that is not only cheap, because there's always a catch in terms of cheap schools. So you need to make sure that it is a reliable school. It is an affordable school. That's one thing that I advise.
Okay, so now I want to show the video yang tadi I cakap nak tunjuk. Okay, this basically is you coming back with your uniform. Okay, let's watch the video. Let's watch
Yes,
the video.
boleh. Silakan. That part I couldn't control my emotion, because once I hug my mom, emotion just boom. So yeah.
Okay, especially for you, since you are here, okay, would you want to say anything to your mom?
Oh, okay. Sure bang. Okay, so as today is Mother's Day, as a son, I would like to say thank you to my mother, Narima, for all the support that she have given me since young. Thank you for all the belief in me. Thank you for supporting me, and especially the support that I've given from you and the love. It's overwhelming lah. So, there's no words that I can say. I just saying thank you is not enough. But I couldn't have asked for a better mom. So thank you for being there for me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for believing in me. And obviously, most importantly is thank you for letting me achieving my dreams lah, which is to be a pilot. And so I hope that I've made her proud. With all the obstacles that I face, that is one thing that I want to tell her lah. So thank you, Mom. Thank you so much, Ibu, and happy Mother's Day to you and every mothers out there.
Okay. So thank you, Amir, for the inspiring story daripada schooling from ITE, you pergi NS, then you pergi kerja, one of your kerja is Pizza Hut, delivery driver, then after that you jadi steward with Emirates, then after that you join Scoot, then join Tiger, then after you decided that you want to chase your dream and you become a pilot. Okay,
At the age of 38
at the age of 38
Yeah, I took the course at 35.
35, and then 2 years is it you dapat your license? Okay,
yeah.
So at the age of 38, 37 macam gitu you balik. Okay, then the COVID-19 ataupun pandemic ataupun circuit breaker period come in, and you actually bring down yourself and actually still want to work, and you work as a delivery driver. And actually it's very very good of you to share with all the people how to apply, because banyak orang kat luar sana nak jadi tapi tak tahu apply. So it's good for you to share with them, because I hope that this story of yours inspire people yang ingat that they must do good job, they must always have a good job, but in the time of like this sometimes there's no choice. Okay, there's no choice. Okay, they have to readjust. Itu yang cakap growth mindset ataupun fixed mindset. A growth mindset will actually readjust themselves to see what is the situation and follow through with that situation. A fixed mindset will just tak boleh lah, ni tak boleh, itu tak boleh, semua tak boleh. So I the way I look at it, you have a growth mindset where you actually can change. Anytime you want to change, you change. And the good thing is that your experience is macam-macam experience you ada. Okay, daripada steward, daripada jadikan pilot. Jadi kalau you kerja for airline in the future, you steward tak boleh bohong you lah.
Yeah.
I think that would be your extra edge, that when you apply for a job lah, I think lah, the way I look at it lah. So and we would like to thank you lah for sharing your journey with us And I hope that this story of yours inspire people out there to do well in life lah. Okay, you do not need to always be up high there. Sometimes you have to go down to be a better person. And we also pray, doakan you that you will have your pilot job in the future and do well at it lah. Okay, and that's Amin. And
Amin.
and do you have anything to say to the audience?
Okay, so to the audience, firstly, I would like to say thank you very much, Kak Yanti and Kak Abang Adi, for having me in your show. It's really an honor and privilege to be in your show. At the same time, to the viewers, this circuit breaker is going to be just temporary. Just remember that we are who we are. No one can change kita. Kalau kita of what we are, just remember is that we will never lose anything. Always be positive. Things always happen for a reason. Seandainya kalau tak berlaku hari ni, there might be something better that is coming your way. Be patient. Always be positive. Like I said, be nice to everyone. At the same time, you need to enjoy your job. Apa yang kita lakukan, kita harus we have to be happy. I don't take this delivery as a job. I take it as something else, like something that I've loved to do, especially riding my motorbike. Jadi and delivering and meeting people. So we just keep it positive. Remember that this situation is temporary for every one of us. Obviously, kita semua nak balik, to the normal daily life, without being staying at home. Tapi all of us know that this is going to be temporary, and we all need to be together and stay united to succeed in this situation. Jadi, my advice is, if you have a dream, go and achieve it. Do not be afraid to try. The important thing is you have to try. Kalau you don't try, you do not know. And at the same time, believe in yourself. If no one else have that belief in you, you just have to believe in yourself and don't worry about what people say about you. Jangan fikir, just be positive. And mostly importantly is banyak doa, yakin, and with our usaha, inshallah, we will achieve what we want and never give up. One of the pilot I remembered, he told me before I left for the States, he looked at me on the side, he told me, Amir, don't give up. Whatever that you do not give up. So if I've started something, I cannot give up. So to achieve or to be successful in life is not to give up in what you do. So believe, have faith, and never give up. So that is my advice to all the viewers that is watching the show.
And people out there, don't forget to follow Amir, Amir Jamil, IG Amir Jamil 1982. Mana tahu lepas ni dia jadi famous Amir Facebook Amir Jamil atau email the amirjamil1982@gmail.com to ask about how to get a pilot license, to ask how to be a delivery rider, okay, or to ask how to be a steward. Semua you boleh angkat. Till we meet you again next time, whether online or on live. Maybe after the COVID-19 we can boleh ada coffee ke apa. Okay,
boleh.
We'll meet again. Okay,
boleh.
Salam yang ada.
I will. Okay, thank you. Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.
Salam. Bye-bye.
Okay, I will end with this video The video yang tadi. Your flight.